What is up everyone, Gunpla Collection here and welcome to another episode of GBGW. Unfortunately yesterday it was a little hectic on my end, so I wasn't able to do any filming and posting in regards to GBGW, but I did do the ×10 rolls and everything, and unfortunately with my free ×10 roll I only got one tier 3 part, and the rest were tier 2 again, so my RNG luck for this is probably the worst. Now, in regards to that, I will be showing you guys basically the Yak Doga and the stats for the Gunpla parts in the event, as well as the AI pilots. Alright, so with that being said, day 11 we get 100,000 capital coins. Day 4 of the silver red cycle frame we get 30 silver red coins. And day 4 capsule medals, we get 4 of them. Alrighty, so with that, let's go ahead and jump right into capsule. 10-day anniversary, one-time free, yes. And touch. And once again, tier 3s. I don't know how many of you guys have been just getting tier 3s or if it's just me. I've been getting a lot of tier 3s and it's pretty bad if you ask me. Now let's go and take a look at the drop rates. So the drop rates are basically the same as the standard capsule, which sucks a lot because even with the prime drop rate, that 17% is pretty low. So, I don't know. If you guys are getting tier 4 parts, that's awesome, but on my end, it's just kind of like a big what the heck. With that being said, let's go in event capsules here and see if we're able to do a ×10. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And touch. And unfortunately, still no F91 or Buster Gundam parts. That's kind of depressing. Alright, standard Gunpla parts, and we will do a free, yes. And touch. Yeah, no one wants luck like me. Like, I have probably the worst luck when it comes to gacha games. Free, yes, because for 3 days in a row now I've gotten only tier 3 and tier 2 parts. Alright, and the last one here. And touch. Alright, so we are currently at our limit now. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go into Gunpla list and go into our Yak Doga. Let's take a look here. So the Yak Doga head, the best raw stats for this would be shot attack at 2000, part trait wise, when armor is 60% or more, mid shot attack raised 14%. Now let's go ahead and take a look here. So if it's not maxed out at level 10, it raises at 5%. So you basically want to raise this to level 10 if you really like the head in regards to the part traits as well as the raw stats. Alright, next up here is chest, and the best raw stat here would be melee defense at 1147, part trait wise with technique attribute, which is self. Strong melee power boosted 20%. So it's 8% when it's level 1, 20% when it's level 10. So okay, not too bad, not too bad. Arms wise, best raw stat would be 1440 with the EX skill of funnels. Piercing is A+, power is D, First time is 6 seconds, and then after that the cooldown is 60 seconds. Launch funnels to repeatedly strike foes in all directions. You can move freely while this is active. And the category is beam shot, so this is actually not too bad. So A minus if it's level 1, so fair enough, it's pretty good. Right, word tag, I totally forgot. So it's Force Base and Xeon. I think it's the same thing. Oh, come on. Yep, Force Space Xeon, and headwise Force Space Xeon. There we go. Next up is the legs. So, leg-wise, best stat would be melee defense at 893. Still pretty low. Beam Saber, so level 1. Category B melee, Pierce D, Power B+. First time, 8 seconds and 30-second cooldown. Unleash a combo with the saber in your right hand. Now if it's maxed out at level 10, first time 6 seconds, and then 21 seconds afterwards, Pierce D, Power B+. Word tag, Force Base, and Long Range. Now this is kind of interesting because the EX skill is a melee EX skill, but you have word tag of Long Range. Next up here we have the Yak Doga backpack, which has 1147 melee defense, part trait wise with Gatling gun equipped. With Gatling gun category equipped, melee shot attack raised 14%, and that is level 10. Meanwhile, with level 1, it raises 5%. Word tag wise, Force Space and Long Range. Beam Saber with Heat Knife. Best stat would be melee attack, 1440. Part trait wise, when attacking with beam, melee damage output boosted by 20. At level 1, it's boosted by 6. Now, I'm not sure if it's just raw stat wise that it's boosting, but if you guys know what that's supposed to mean, put it in the comment section and let us know what it's supposed to mean. With that being said, word tag, Force Base, and Xeon. Next up here, we have the Mega Gatling Gun. Stat-wise, shot attack at 2600, so that's pretty good for tier 3 welfare part. EX skill-wise, level 10, we have a beam shot for dual beam shredder. Pierce is A-, power C-. First time 30 seconds and cooldown 21 seconds. Execute suppressive fire with special rounds from your Gatling gun. Now level 1 wise, it is Pierce with B, Power with D, 30 seconds first time and 3 seconds first time and 30-second cooldown. Word tag wise, Force Base and Xeon. Last but not least, we have the Yak Doga shield. Max value, we have 1440 for melee defense, so this is a very heavily melee defense build from what it seems like. And EX skill wise, we have quadruple barrel mega particle cannon. It's a beam shot with a pierce of A, power of D. First time 15 seconds, and cooldown we have 60 seconds. Fire beams from the quadruple barrel high caliber mega particle cannon mounted on your shield. At level 1, it's Pierce B+, Power D, first time 23 seconds, and cooldown 90 seconds. Word tag, Force Base, and Xeon. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the Yak Doga. Now let's go ahead and go back into Capsule, and we will go ahead and take a look at the event parts. So first of all, we have, let's just do the info. We have Mars 4 head, and the best parts about this are the stats for armor and melee defense, both going at 1181. EX skill at level 10 is head mounted Vulcan, category is physical shot, Pierce D-, power D, cooldown 5 seconds for first time and 19 seconds after that. Fire the Vulcan in your head at foes straight ahead. You can move freely while shooting. Lowers hit enemy Gunpla's melee and shot defense by 14%. Word tag wise, we have Close Combat and Gundam type. Next up, we have the chest for the Mars 4, and the armor and melee defense are the best, in which both are at 1602. Part trait wise, at level 10 with power attribute self, EX skill cooldown reduced 20%. Word tag Close Combat and Gundam type. Next up here, we have the Mars 4 arms. And the best part about the Mars 4 arms would be the melee attack being at 3177. Second place would be melee defense at 1602. Part trait at level 10 with power attribute self. Enemy melee power reduced 30%. Word tag Close Combat Gundam type. Next up, we have the Mars 4 legs. Best stat would be melee defense at 1602. Part trait wise, at level 10, when armor is 40% or more, EX skill piercing boosted 28%. Word tag Close Combat and for computers. Next up is the Mars 4 backpack, with the best stat being melee defense once again at 1602. EX skill wise, at level 10, Heat Rev Sword. Category is B melee, Pierce is D, Power is B+, cooldown first time is 6 seconds, and 21 seconds after that. Unleash a 2-bladed barrage of attacks. Word tag Close Combat and for computers. Next up, we have the Slash Blade, which is the melee weapon of the Mars 4 Gundam. Best stat for this is melee attack at 3997. EX skill at level 10, Quick Smash. Category physical melee, Pierce A, Power D, cooldown first time is 3 seconds, after that 21 seconds. Unleash a 2-hit attack with your blade, knocking enemies away. Word tag Close Combat and for computers. Alright, next up here we have dual melee weapons, so Heat Rev Sword. Once again, these stats are very similar, if not the same, to the previous melee weapon. Melee attack at 3997. Part trait at level 10 with power attribute self. Initial EX skill charge boosted 20%. Word tag Close Combat for computers. Alright, so here we have the Gundam GP03 Stamen head. Best attribute or stats for this would be armor and melee defense at 1180. Part trait wise, at level 10 with technique attribute self, EX skill piercing boosted 28%. Word tag Pro Tag and Federation. Next up here we have the GP03 chest. Best stat would be armor at 1976. EX skill wise at level 10, Mega Beam Cannon Dendrobium. Category is Beam Shot, Pierce A+, Power C-, cooldown first time is 20 seconds, after that 79 seconds. Summon the armed base Orcus, which fires a beam from its 90-meter long turret. So basically this is where the Dendrobium comes into play. And it's actually pretty darn funny watching the EX skill. I've watched it on the video on Twitter. I will go ahead and link it down in this description right here so that you guys can see the EX skills when being used for both the GP03 and Mars 4. Word tag wise, we have Pro Tag and Federation. Next up, we have the GP03 arms. The best stats for this would be melee attack at 2781. Melee defense and shot defense both come in at 1180. Part trait wise at level 10 with technique attribute self, strong melee crit rate boosted 30%. Word tag we have Pro Tag and Federation. Next up is the GP03 legs, in which armor and melee defense comes in at 1180. Part trait at level 10 with technique attribute self, shooting crit rate boosted 30%. Word tag, Pro Tag, and mid range. Alright, GP03 backpack, a tie between armor and melee defense at 1180. EX skill at level 10, rapid thrust. Category B melee, pierce D, power A-, cooldown 6 seconds for the first time and 21 seconds after that. Unleash a blindingly fast flurry with sabers in each hand. Word tag wise, oops, dropped it. Word tag wise is Pro Tag and melee mid range. Next up we have the folding bazooka, in which has a shot attack of 2378 and armor of 1180. EX skill wise at level 10 is dual cascade, so this is actually the same EX skill as the new Gundam Hyper Bazooka. Category physical shot, pierce A, power D, cooldown 3 seconds for the first time and 21 seconds after that. Hold bazookas in both hands and fire high power rounds. Word tag wise, Pro Tag and mid range. Last but not least, we have the folding shield, in which melee defense comes in at 1601 and armor comes in at 1180. With part trait at level 10, the technique attribute self, shooting damage taken reduced by 35. Word tag, Pro Tag, and Federation. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the Gunpla parts. So we will be talking about the AI pilots now. Alright, so AI pilot wise, we have Zex Marquise, with the best stats being rounded out between armor, melee shot attack, and melee shot defense, all going at 795. Part trait wise, at level 10 with speed attribute self, Werner recovery rate boosted 20%, with word tag high mobility and commander. Next one we have is Lucrezia Noin. Best stats would be shot and melee defense at 893. Part trait wise at level 10 with technique attribute self, debuff EX skill time up 22%, word tag transformer and mass production. Alright, and then of course let's go and take a look at the F91 and Buster Gundam. So F91 head best stats would be shot attack at 2378. EX skill at level 10 is MEPE mode or MEP mode. Category Awakening, effect time 50 seconds. Cooldown first time 12 seconds and 60 seconds after. Release your limiters to unleash your Gunpla's full potential. Raise speed by 20%, raise your melee attack by 19%, raise your shot attack by 29%. So this is actually a pretty good head, and this is actually one that I would love to get for the Awakening. Word tag wise, Pro Tag and Gundam type. Next up we have F91 chest. Best stats would be armor at 1602 and melee shot defense at 1180. Part trait wise at level 10 with saber category equipped, EX skill damage output boosted by 35. Word tag, Pro Tag, and mid range. Alright, next up we have the F91 arms, which also includes the shield. So with that being said, the stats for melee and shot defense are at 2781, with melee attack coming in at 2378 and armor at 1602. Part trait wise at level 10, with bazooka category equipped, special shot power boosted 30%, word tag, pro tag and high mobility. Next up we have F91 legs. Melee and shot defense both come in at 1180. EX skill at level 10, spitting saber, category beam melee, pierce A, power D, cooldown first time 3 seconds, 21 seconds after that. Spin both hands to mow down nearby foes with your saber. Lowers hit enemy Gunpla's melee defense by 19%. Word tag, pro tag, and high mobility. Alright, F91 backpack comes in with 1180 for melee and shot defense. So they really like to put in melee and shot defense for this one. EX skill wise, we at level 10 is VSBR. Category is beam shot, pierce A, power D, magazine 7. Cooldown 0 seconds first time, 60 seconds after. Wedge the cannon on your back under your arm to fire projectiles. You can move while firing. So this is very similar to the Kemper backpack EX skill. Word tag, pro tag, and Gundam type. Alright, next up we have the F91 beam saber, melee attack at 3176. Part trait wise, at level 10, with rifle category equipped, melee damage output boosted by 35. Word tag, pro tag, and high mobility. F91 beam rifle comes in with the shot attack of 3176. Part trait wise at level 10, with saber category equipped, initial EX skill charge boosted 20%. Word tag, we have pro tag and Gundam type. Alright, F91 beam launcher. Same stats as the beam rifle. Shot attack at 3176. Part trait wise at level 10, with saber category equipped, EX skill power boosted 30%. Word tag, pro tag, and Gundam type. Next we have the Buster Gundam head. Shot attack coming in at 2300. Part trait wise at level 10, with power attribute self, shooting power boosted 25%. Word tag, we have long range and for desert. Buster Gundam chest. We have armor and shot defense at 1142. EX skill wise at level 10 is offense up beta. Category is a buff. Effect time 37 seconds. Cooldown 7 seconds first time and 33 seconds after. Raise ally melee and shot attack by 29%. Long range for word tag and for desert. Now this is a really good supporting or ally part to have, so that when they use offense up, it boosts you and the rest of the allies, except for the ally that's equipped with the Buster Gundam chest. Alright, next up we have Buster Gundam arms. Shot defense coming in at 1142. EX skill at level 10. Archer stance. I think this is Gamma. Correct me if I'm wrong. Archer stance Gamma. Category buff. Effect time 51 seconds. Cooldown 7 seconds and 33 seconds after that. Raise shot attack of your squad by 39%. So once again, this is really good for your allies to be equipped with, so that you and the rest of the allies can get this buff. So you can basically combo this buff, Archer stance, as well as combat stance, and it basically stacks because one's beta and one's gamma. Word tag wise, long range and for desert. Next up we have Buster Gundam legs and shot defense coming in at 1142. EX skill at level 10 is anti-armor shotgun. Category is Physical shot, Pierce D, Power D. Cooldown 6 seconds and 21 seconds after. Fire your gun launcher forward and beam rifle backward to spray the area with bullets. Word tag, long range and Gundam type. Next up we have the Buster Gundam backpack. Shot defense coming in at 1142. And part trait at level 10 with power attribute self. Shooting power boosted 25%. Word tag, long range and Gundam type. Last but not least, Hyper Impulse long range sniper rifle. Shot attack comes in at 2867. EX skill at level 10 is Nyx Snipe. Category beam shot, Pierce B+, power C-, cooldown 15 seconds, 60 seconds after that. Briefly bathe foes in powerful beams from your long rifle. So this is actually a pretty interesting weapon as a tier 3. Word tag wise, we have long range and Gundam type. And this requires premium capsule metal 3, and we don't have enough. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it in regards to the welfare parts and the event Gunpla parts. With that, let's go ahead and go to gift box and claim. Oh wait, we can't claim this, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and go to mission, and we will do event. Let's do the situational battle situation. Wait, did I not do situation 2? I missed out on one of the situations. Great. But anyway, we have situation 3 here that we can do now. Let's see. Guard and clear without taking damage. So let's go ahead and sortie in this one. I feel really bad for not doing this, the second situation, because I'm like, great, now I missed out on some rewards. That was not supposed to happen. Alright, so don't forget guys, make sure you do the situation 2 before it re-rolls for the next situation. Oh dang it, that took damage. That was pretty bad. Yeah, we need to rematch this. That was pretty bad. I took damage when I wasn't supposed to. Alright, so I'm gonna back myself up now. Oh wait. Alright, so this is where I need to make sure I'm very careful with. Alright, they did all the work, so I did not take any damage. I'm claiming those 10 haro chips now. Perfect. Alrighty, there we go. So let's go ahead and head home and go to achievements, event, and claim our scenario battles. So I feel really bad now because I could have gotten another medal there, but I didn't. Let's see if we have enough. So Capsule, let's take a look here. Do we have enough? Still? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. Item wise, we only have 2 premium capsules. See, I could have gotten my 3rd one if I did yesterday's, but I didn't. I should have done it. I should have. I need to sell the trial coins now. And heavy weaponry. Totally forgot about these. Age cards as well. That's a lot. Age coin. Rose coin. And that's pretty much it. Sell that. We get a lot of capital. Alright, let's go shop and take a look here. Capital, skip tickets, purchase that because skip tickets are important. Alright, so I still haven't bought the emblems. I should really do that, but I am trying to get these 3 premium capsule coins, and then I need to get the 3 standard capsule tickets. So this is going to be fairly annoying on my end because I'm going to have to farm a lot. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it in regards to today's episode. Just keep in mind, make sure you guys are doing the situations before they end. So let's go and take a look at when this one ends. So this one ends tomorrow at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. I think it's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, it ends tomorrow. Oh no, actually this one ends tonight, so never mind. I did do 1 and 2 then, I think. I can't recall. I think I missed out on one of them. But yeah, make sure you guys do this before 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight so that you guys can claim the rewards. Other than that, try to farm as much as possible in regards to the coins if you're able to. And with that being said, good luck with the times 10 rolls. I will see you guys all on Monday. And don't forget, if you are enjoying the content I'm putting out for GBGW, make sure to give my videos a thumbs up. Comment in the videos if you want to chat. Just, you know, if you want to talk about anything or anything like that, put it in the chat. I mean, put it in the comment sections. Put it in the chat. I am thinking about streaming. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And hit that bell notification icon so that you guys are up to date with all my recent videos in regards to GBGW. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.